go live.
I like how you and Nicholas are wearing hoodies. I should also wear a hoodie now.
Yes, join us.
Join the dark side.
Oh, whoopsie.
I got pockets for my thumbs too. For holes,
You
I
know
should
what?
say. I have holes for my thumbs.
Uh-oh, you might want to turn around, Aster.
Oh, my. Usually the video turns off as soon as I move away.
Give a nice view to everyone.
All right. I guess we just have to end the stream now. All right. Bye, guys.
Okay, this is game, what, 4 of Chicago Interrupted. And we left off with you guys at the Elfin Tribal Council lands in Hana's place, or in Aether King's place, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
You go to sleep for the night, and Nicholas Masari, something happened to you. The first thing you notice is an awful stench. Very putrid odor just assails you in your sleep. And it pretty much snaps you awake. And you're still kind of like blurry vision. You're like woke up out of a deep sleep, and this smell just assaults you. And as your eyes like start to flutter open, you notice there's just a bright light in this room. And as you try to get up, you notice that your hands and your feet are bound. And you appear to be laying on like some kind of four-poster bed, but it's very uncomfortable and there's no blankets. And as you're laying there, you notice you have no clothes on. There are several figures standing around you, hooded ones with dark robes. One of them has a knife held out before you. And as you like bring your head up to like look around, squinting at the light, you see just in front of this four-poster bed is a big throne-like chair made of wood. And and the guy you met recently, the wizard, Alexander Cole, is sitting in it. And he's kind of sitting there looking at you, and he's got his hands on on his cane that you believe to be a relic of some sort. And he's just leaning in it with his hands rested on his chin, and he's looking at you. But he's not what you really notice at the moment. You notice what's around him. You see this dark, misty-like thing, substance, whatever, swirling around him, mostly behind him. And tentacles are reaching away from this misty form. It looks fairly solid. You can't quite see all the way through it. But these tentacles appear to be wrapped around his arms, his legs, his body. 2 of them appear to be wrapped around his head. And in addition to that, you now also notice your ghostly friend is kind of like standing next to him. Her head's kind of bowed, her hands are closed behind her back. She's kind of like just standing there, slumped over, and you notice tentacles wrapped around her too, including one that's wrapped around her mouth, so she can't talk. Her eyes are wide, and she's kind of like looking up at you. And next to the wizard, Alexander Cole, is a woman you've never seen before, and another small child that looks female. And they too also have black tentacles wrapped around them. And about this point, I need you to make a perception check.
That's a 10.
A 10?
Yeah.
So you don't notice it. Somewhere off behind these group of people, you see a red-headed woman. You see tentacles reaching out, reaching for her. She appears oblivious of it. She appears oblivious of you. She appears oblivious of everything. She's quite attractive. Long flowing red hair. She's wearing the latest fashion of the day. She almost looks like a flapper if it wasn't for her long hair. And as she's standing there, she's like looking around like she's studying something on the wall, but there's nothing there. And the tentacles are reaching out for her. And as you look back at the rest of the scene, you see tentacles reaching out for you. And then the knife comes down and you feel a sharp pain in your chest and you wake up. And you notice there was a loud scream when you woke up. And Aster Smith and Aether King, both of you wake up to a loud screeching scream coming from the room Nicholas Mazzari's in.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
I mean, it was so loud it woke you up.
I
Well, the
jump
first
up
thing I
and
do is
run to
go
his
over.
door.
Okay.
Same.
You run to his door and do what?
Yeah, I open the door.
Okay, you open the door. You see him sitting upright in his bed, sweat pouring out of his face profusely. What are
I
you
go
gonna do?
grab a towel.
Okay, what are you gonna do, Nicholas?
I know that I'm prone to nightmares at times, but this one seemed a little bit creepier and even further than before. So I'm gonna relay some of the information.
Well, go ahead. At least one of them standing there now. Aether King went to go get a towel.
Well, I'm gonna do that after I calm down. Did Aster say she was coming or no?
No, yeah. I go into the room.
So when they're both there and
Seth also shows up. He's rubbing his eyes.
so I just had the most realistic nightmare I've probably had in a while. It was about Alexander Cole. He was there. I was tied to a bed in like some form of ritual, but surrounding him was this black darkness ooze, and standing next to him were a child and a woman who I'm assuming is his dead family, completely wrapped up in the darkness that was behind him and wrapping around him. And it was coming after this red-haired lady that was in the background. And then I got stabbed.
So do you think it's just a dream? Or do you think like magic might be involved with that?
Go ahead and make a check.
Okay.
Well, not you.
Well,
It'd have to
Oh,
be Nicholas. It was his dream.
Gotcha.
okay. I rolled a natural 1.
Natural one. With the natural one, you confirm one thing, and that's you when you said you believed it might have been his wife and child that passed. As you're like thinking back on the dream, you notice they did have a corpse-like pallor to their faces, which is what you would have found out with if you passed that perception check in your dream. So yeah, they looked like they were corpses. And then the second thing that you pick up from that roll was that there was a magical feel to the dream, as if some kind of magic was being used.
Yes, I believe there was some kind of magic in the dream this time.
And if you had a guess, I mean, well, a very strong guess because of the natural one roll, you believe it was of a summoning ritual school of magic.
I believe it was some kind of summoning ritual. I wouldn't really be able to hazard a guess to what, but
Like he was trying to summon you, or
Ritual magic of a summoning nature.
maybe it was how he summons more goblins, or maybe whatever was surrounding him was.
Yeah, you didn't see any goblins in the dream. But you did see hooded figures, so you didn't see any features on the hooded figures, so you're not sure if they were humanoid at least.
It seemed like he had like cult followers performing the ritual and he was observing them. And I was the centerpiece in the sacrifice of the ritual.
well, I mean, I hope it was just a dream.
Yeah, and if it's not, there's something else pulling the strings, it looks like.
And remember, since you're prone to bad dreams and you just had one, that's going to give you a minus 10% on all checks for the remainder of the day until you can get some rest.
Okie dokie.
Well, do you think you're gonna be okay today?
As okay as I usually am.
Aether King shows up with their towels.
I took that long to get towels.
Well, I'm just now getting back to you. Probably standing there with the towels waiting.
Mm-hmm. I give it to Nicholas. So, because you said he was dripping.
Yep.
I pat
get-
myself dry.
I got no thank you. Just
Thank
Okay.
you.
Well, it is morning. You pretty much woke up from the dream at the crack of dawn.
oh, it's morning.
Yes. Sun's
Okay.
just starting to come up.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I would like to stop by the store before we go to the high rise.
Okay.
What kind of store?
Well, one that I can get like a portable container for water. Just like a portable water bottle of some sort. And also a store that sells magic stuff.
Now, you can find a general store. You do know there's a magic store on your block, not too far from the academy. Maybe about
Yes.
a block south.
That's where I would like to go. I would like to go to the magic store. Is everyone okay with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's go.
All right, you head on out. Since the magic store is only about a block away, you go ahead and hoof it. And make a roll.
We make a roll.
I'm making a roll.
Oh,
Now you all can make a perception check roll.
3 out of 8.
6 out of 5.
Where's Aether King?
Sorry, I'm opening up my app.
You what?
I said, sorry, I'm opening up my app.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now I have it.
Dice app.
It's 10 out of 10, right?
You got to roll it under your perception.
I got a 4.
Okay. So Aether King and Esther Smith, you notice a car, basically a black Chevy sedan, hardtop, is following you, and you see it's filled with guys. So at least 3 people in the back seat and 2 people in the front.
So someone's just following us with a couple guys.
They've been following you since you left the tribal council. You're at the southern end of the block where the academy is, and it's been following you all the way down the block. And it hasn't sped up and past you. Other cars are like going around it. It's just slowly following behind you.
Huh.
So it's quite obvious.
Okay, I say a car's following us. It's a black car, so I'm thinking it might be like gang related.
Quite possibly.
Or maybe a government vehicle.
Seth looks at it, says, no, it's not any of the government vehicles I've seen.
Maybe
Well-
it's the North Side gang.
We're
I
in the
think we
north
should
side.
try and
We're in the north side territory. I doubt Capone will be up here with that many boys.
should we try and lose them? I still want to go to the magic store.
Well, you still can. You're not too far from it.
Maybe we can lose them after we
Would
get
you
to
like
the
to
magic
confront
store.
them?
Huh?
Plus,
Or we could try and confront them, or
No.
try and ditch them.
to do
I
what?
don't see a reason with them watching us right now. They always are anyway, and they're probably watching us a little bit more since, Roman King hasn't probably given a report in a while, and they don't see him with us.
So let's just go to the magic store really quick and then maybe try and ditch them.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Down to the next block, you hang a right. And the shop's on the corner, second building down. Sabrina's Magic Emporium is on the sign. You've been here before. And you go ahead and go in.
Okay, so I go to the person who's running the store.
Sabrina, she's behind the counter.
Okay.
She smiles at you all as you all walk in. She's busy reading a book, so she hasn't really said anything.
Okay, I approach her and I say, hey, do you sell any runes?
She looks up at you and she says, I have at least one.
Oh,
Nobody's inquired about it yet. And she reaches under the counter and she pulls out what looks to be a ring. A solid gold band with some runes etched on it. And she said, this relic here is the only thing I have.
and what does this one do?
It's a relic.
How much is it?
And she says, well, you do realize relics are expensive, right?
Okay,
And she tells you that this relic in particular is $1,200.
and can I roll on my Arcana to kind of get a sense of like what this one does?
Yes.
Okay. I got a 53 out of, forget. out of 77.
It's a level 1 relic.
Okay, and that's the one that just gives me one
1
point.
Yep, 1 point. Level 1 relic.
Okay, I'll buy it. I write out a bank statement for her, like a check.
She seems impressed that you have that amount of money.
I just got it like that.
So
All right.
hands you she takes your banknote and hands you the ring.
Woo! I put it on.
She said it was crafted recently. That's why I had it in stock. She says if you want more, they have to be on order.
Okay.
You know, you want to get me one
Uh.
since you seem to have all the money.
Wow. Are you asking me in character or out of character?
No, out of character.
No, that was in character, unless you say you're out of character.
Fine.
You know the rules. So in character, she's asking you to buy her one.
How long does it take for an order to come in?
She says to have a ring crafted, usually about a month.
Yeah.
If you decide you want to spend more, I can make it quicker.
Oh, geez. It's a bit of time from now. What else do they have in the shop?
Yeah, just regular trinkets, nothing magical per se. The only thing magical you'll find in one of these stores is the actual the relics.
Okay. I say, do they happen to sell like some sort of like bottle to hold water to transport with, or just even a pouch of some sort that I can hold water in?
Yep.
I want to buy that too.
Okay. But I mean, the store is a magic shop, so it has a lot of like trinkets, herbs, card decks, wands, but nothing really magical. The magical items are usually special order, like you just did the relic.
Okay. I asked her if she could fill this water container that I have with water.
You ask her if she can fill it with water.
If there's like a sink I
Oh,
could
yeah.
use.
Yeah, she can fill it with water for you.
Woohoo! All right. I tell my party that
Yeah.
if maybe
The
the
leather,
Elven District.
it's a leather water skin with a fancy fringe design on it and some cool like mystic symbols drawn on it.
Okay.
Everything for the aspiring mage.
Perfect.
Aesthetic.
Oh, yeah.
I tell my
I
group-
almost forgot the biggest article in here is books.
Oh.
The place is filled with books on magic.
On magic?
Mhm.
Can I take a look?
Yeah, there's all kinds of books on different subjects of magic, the history of magic, the recent introduction of magic back into the world, treatises on historic beliefs, everything on the different disciplines. Pretty much anything that an aspiring mage would want to research his craft.
Hmm.
So if you're an air mage, there's books on different types of spells you can come up with. There's books on ritual magic. There's books on death magic. There's books on life magic. There's books on everything. There's books on ancient relics.
I'd like to look for 3 types of books.
You like to look at what?
I'd like to look for books about life magic, some ritual magic and relic crafting,
Yep, they have.
and just
Can I look at that relic crafting book as well as air magic?
and I'd like to purchase those kinds of books, like one of each.
One of each. Okay, so you got three different tomes, and you bring them up to the lady, and she looks them over, checks them out to you, and she charges you $58.
Okay.
It's pretty expensive, but these are high-end books written by top scholars of the day.
Okie dokie. Good payment. More knowledge.
Do you what's your social skill?
Mine.
Yes,
The whole group is a 13.
a 13. Go ahead and
Why is it so
go
quiet?
ahead and make a magnetism roll.
Oh, geez. Good thing I boosted that a little bit last session. 2 against the 4.
Okay. She looks at you, but she's looking more at Aether King. And then she glances back at you, glances back at Aether King, and then slides your money back to you. She says, "It's free for today."
Thank you.
She smiles, but at Aether.
I smile back.
She gives you a little wink. And it's only because you said you were interested in reading one of the books.
Oh ho.
Is there anything else here you wanted? They got some cool necklaces,
They do?
Yep.
Ooh, what kind?
all kinds. Non-magic, of course.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. If he reads that book, we could probably make them magical.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, let's see what we got.
Okay, they got all kinds. You can think of whatever kind of necklace you want. They probably got it.
Do they have a pendant with the 3 graces on it?
Sure.
Okay,
They do.
cool beans. I'll take that.
Okay, you got that. Just think of this as kind of like a corner magic store from like today that have all kinds of different goodies. But
Mhm.
the magic stuff's all special order.
How much is the necklace?
Free.
Free?
Yeah, you walk up with the necklace and she just gives it to you, and then she offers to put it on you.
Okay, she can put it on me. Okay with that.
She puts it on you, and then gives you a kiss on the cheek.
Oh, she's getting bold.
So it's that whole extreme beauty trait you have.
I know. I say thank you and I walk away.
Just come back again.
All right, so we head out.
Yep.
Where's that car?
It's just a few feet parked to the side. As soon as you walk out the door, I mean, it's right there.
All right.
You also see Leon across the street. He's kind of like leaning up against a street post, and he's peeking around the side like he's trying to hide.
Oh, that dude.
Yep, and when Aether King, when you look over at Leon, you see him look at you. You see him kind of like hide for a second, then he pokes back out, and then he points at the car with his hand.
I give him a thumbs up.
He smiles, and then kind of hides again.
Mm-hmm. And my stalker's doing a good job, guys.
Well, you noticed the
Yeah,
car
yeah.
before he did.
Well, that's okay. He still notified us and didn't just tell us any random person like the last time.
Let's,
Right.
What should
Exactly.
we do? Should we just go to the high rise and
Huh?
try to? Should we head to the high rise while trying to shake them?
You want to head into that direction?
And try to shake them?
But
Like
won't
get
they
them off.
Yeah, but if they lose us and we're already heading in that direction, won't they assume that we're going that way anyway?
But they don't
Since
know
you don't have a
where-
vehicle, you're gonna head down to the next major street and take a trolley. So they're gonna be able to follow you no matter what, unless you decide to like take back alleys and try to avoid them.
So like walk.
Well, you'd have to run. And go down alleys that they can't drive down, that sort of thing.
Do we need to
Just-
shake them?
Huh?
Do we need to shake them?
And that's for us to decide.
Well,
Huh?
we don't know who they are.
You have a good assumption that they're probably a North Side mob. Because you know they've been following you. And like was mentioned before, King Roman disappeared. He's not with you guys. Make a perception check, all of you.
Perception
And
check.
they could think we killed him or something. I got a 1 out of 8.
7 out of 5.
Yeah, for those of you that make your roll, you pretty much realize it's more than likely the North Side mob going the extra effort to keep tabs on you. Whether
what,
for
you-
whether for good or ill, you don't know.
Should we just head to the high rise then and just don't think about it?
Yeah, that's if you want them following you to the high rise and your next lead. They may not be an enemy, but they're definitely not friends. Just like the government, just like the government and the Capone mob, the North Side mob is just like all of them. They're all interested in you for one reason and one reason only.
Well, I say we try and ditch him. Maybe we can run through alleyways until we get near the high rise and maybe we'll lose him.
Like I said, they're in a vehicle, you're on foot. You can go down some narrow alleyways to dust them. But you're gonna have to like beat feet.
What do you guys think?
I mean, if you guys want to lose them, I'm game.
Okay.
Yeah, if that's
It'll
what you
be
want to do.
hard.
You just
Okay.
gotta run.
Seth agrees. He says, if you guys want to run, I'll run with you.
All right, let's go.
Okay. So you all start beating feet down side alleys. The car speeds up to try and chase you. You get down one alley that it can't go down. You see it tearing off down the street to try and cut you off on the other side.
Okay.
But you try to lose them. In their pursuit. So I'll lead you all to make stamina checks, please.
Can I use parkour in this?
You could make a parkour skill, yes. The rest of you can do a stamina check.
1 against 5.
Let's see.
And what would I roll?
Just your truck, what's your skill?
2 against
Parkour
4.
still?
Yeah, for parkour.
It's at 35.
35, so you gotta roll 35 or under and 1 to 100.
Okay.
Did you
What's your
make-
stamina?
26.
Okay,
is what
you
I
made
got.
it. Esther, did you make it?
I got 2 out of 4.
2 out of 4, good. And Seth made it. All right, so you all made it. You managed to basically get your burst of speed on and continue it to get to another side alley where you move in an opposite direction from where the car is heading. Basically, you had to squeeze through two stone buildings, a very narrow crawl space, but managed to go through it quickly enough before the car arrived, so it didn't see you. And now you're in the clear.
Goody.
In Aether King, you kind of just like used your parkour to jump up the wall over their heads and pound down the other side.
Yes.
All right. So where are you going to head now?
The sky,
Heading to the-
right?
All right. So you get to the trolley station and you pick up the trolley and it takes you down to the loop. And then after you get close to the Astoria, you jump off. The Astoria is basically a high rise, one of the taller buildings in Chicago, and it's full of apartments, luxury apartments. You see a bellman out front in this nice, tidy little uniform.
Okay.
You go up to him.
No, I think we're just gonna head up to the apartment.
Well, he stops you.
Okay.
He says, "Do you live here?
Yeah.
What room?"
I say the room that Ruby has. That's on the paper that I have.
Do you have any kind of social skill?
No, but if he wants, I'll show him the paperwork that I have that says what
Make a-
apartment I have. I
make
have the
a-
deed.
Make a magnetism check, please.
Ooh, how boring. I got a 3 for 3.
3 for 3.
Yep.
How boring. You tell him the room, and he says, "I know that room. You're not her."
Well, that's my sister. Is there a problem? I can't go visit my sister?
Well, why didn't you say that in the first place? I'll send a bellman up to go check on her, see if she is waiting for you.
Okay.
He leads you into the lobby and gives you some seats to sit in. And he says, when the man comes back down, he'll lead you up. So you're just going to wait there?
How much I can do.
All
Are
right.
they keeping an eye on us?
No.
Now, so we can just go up.
Yeah, one of the desk
No.
guys went upstairs to go check on her.
Okay, so we can just go up then.
You can. But they wanted you to wait in the lobby
And what is he taking to go up the steps?
elevator.
Okay, so why don't we just take the steps
Can
up?
I have used my persuasion skills to try and get us up there?
Oh, you can get up there.
We can't. Not allowed
Let's
to.
just go up the steps.
Nobody is like, there's not armed security stopping you. The bellman
Okay.
Let's
just,
just go up
Oh.
the steps then.
yeah, so you walk up the steps.
Yeah.
Okay, you climb up the steps. Are you sure you want to climb up the steps?
Yeah.
Watching the
What
elevator.
floor
He's
is he
taking
on?
it.
She's on the top floor,
How many floors?
35.
Oh, isn't there just like one elevator?
We got a couple elevators.
Oh, then I'll just take
We'll
a different
take the
elevator.
Okay,
up.
all right, you take the other elevator. Nobody really watches you do it. They just expected you to wait in the lobby while they went to check on her. And as you go, you ride up the elevator, come up to the 35th floor, and it opens. And that's when you hear a loud boom.
Boom.
As soon as the elevator door opens, pretty much, you hear a boom and you feel a concussive blast fly by your elevator door. Not strong from where you're standing, but you felt it. And then you see some smoke and debris starting to drift past your elevator door. What are you gonna do?
Look.
Go see what happened.
You're gonna rush out?
No. I'm gonna peek.
You're gonna peek?
Yep.
All right, you peek around the corner and you see Sky.
Oh, so like the whole.
So you have the hallway. Your portion of the hallway to the right is intact. But as you peek around the side, you feel a breeze, and you see smoke blowing your way. And that whole side of the building is exposed to daylight. It's in a ruin and rubble, and stuff's on fire. The bellman that was coming out of the elevator had arrived before you guys did, and was partway down the hall. You see him slumped under big chunks of concrete, squished and charred.
Oh, does he look like super dead?
He's quite dead.
Oh
Oh.
no.
It looks like because the hallway went back quite a distance, but that whole section of the building's gone now. And there's a lot of rubble only a few feet away from the elevator door where you just came up.
I
Oh,
guess
geez.
the room might have been booby trapped, huh?
Well, you don't think the bellman even made it to a room. Her room would have been down towards the end of the hall.
So it's exploded,
Something exploded.
but like,
Yeah.
is her room good?
No, that whole side of the building is gone.
So her room is gone.
It's a
room is
charred rubble. And about this point, you see a female figure rising up above the rubble. She's kind of got her arms out, her feet pointed straight down, and she's rising up above it like she's floating in the air. You see she's got long, flowing red hair, and she's dressed kind of like a flapper with a long, sparkly dress. Yeah, Nicholas Massari, you recognize her from your dream.
Oh shoot.
You see her hair is flapping around, and then all of a sudden she points her hand down at another section of the building just below her that's out of your view, and you see a fireball rip from her hands, and she gets thrown back from the force of it, and it slams into the building, and you feel the building shake as there's another loud explosion.
We should probably not be on this floor anymore. Probably go down the steps.
The steps are gone. That was down. That's down. The steps were down where the rubble is. Your elevator is still intact, though. So is the next one.
Okay, let's go down.
You're going to go down.
Well, we're not going to stay up here.
Okay, you hit the down button.
Unless you guys want to like do something. All right, I guess we're going down.
All right, you hit the button. Elevator's going down.
So as the elevator's going down, I'm gonna be like, that was the lady that was in my nightmare that was getting attacked by the shadow.
Looks like she's the one attacking this building specifically.
Seth says, did you see who she was attacking?
The building?
Whatever she was attacking, you could tell automatically that her strength in the fireball was pretty strong. She's obviously disciplined in fire magic.
Yes.
Whoever it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you reach the ground floor.
I'm surprised we did.
Yep, people are sitting there scattering all about. People are sitting there scattering all about. You already see out the big plate glass windows in the front of the building on the street. You see a crowd forming, and all of them are looking up. There's a lot of rubble in the street as well.
Okay, I'm gonna go out. We're outside the building, and we see the mailboxes still.
Mailboxes.
Yeah.
Well, they're inside.
Oh, I'm not going out. I'm gonna go straight to the mailboxes.
Okay.
I'm looking for her mailbox.
Yep, you find her mailbox. It's behind the counter, but the desk man's not there.
I'm opening her mailbox. Do I need a key?
Yep.
I'm
It's
going
locked.
to I'm going to freeze and break the lock with ice.
Okay. Go ahead and make your ice spill.
19 out of 80 something.
Yep, it's simple for you, so you would have had bonuses anyway. You manage to freeze it and then grab something hard to bust the lock.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm taking her mail out.
All right, it's empty.
Oh, there's nothing in it?
Nope.
Nothing at all?
Nothing at all. She's only been here for like a day or two.
No,
You know that much.
I had some hope. Is there any like records or documents?
Yeah, if you remember right, the guy at the bar or at the brothel said that she's only been gone for 3 days. So
So
there's
is
no,
there any like
no,
back room for documents?
well, you imagine they have documents here somewhere. There's a book, a ledger on the counter.
Okay. I'm
But-
looking at it.
Yeah, basically, it's the place where people sign in
All right.
for their rooms. I mean, it's nothing super important.
Has she ever signed into her room?
Well, if you look through the ledger, it'd probably take you about 10 minutes, but you eventually find her name. Yes.
And that means, okay, well, I didn't really need
Yeah,
that.
and it's from, guess when? 3 days ago.
Ugh. All right, I leave. Go outside with my friends now.
All right, you go outside with your friends. The crowd is getting bigger on the street. There's large chunks of concrete. Some of them have smashed cars. Some of them have smashed people that fell down from 35 floors up. About this point, you start to hear sirens that are starting to converge on the place.
Do you see the girl still?
You look up.
Yep.
You don't see the girl now. But it took you about 5 minutes to come down from above. So who knows where she's at now?
Well, that's my last lead.
Did that lady look familiar to you at all?
Me?
Yeah, you. I don't know what Ruby looks like.
None of you know what Ruby looks like.
I have no
I actually
idea.
had a picture of her.
But I need
Oh no, I have a
Nicholas.
picture.
Nicholas.
I have a picture.
Oh, you have a picture?
Yeah, the picture of her and my brother next to each other at the building.
You gotta break out your picture.
Yep.
Okay, you look at it. It is a black and white photo, so you can't tell if the lady has red hair. And with all the smoke and debris, you're not sure, but you think it might be.
So it looks like her.
Make a perception check to be sure.
I got a 2 out of 8.
2 out of 8.
Yep.
Yeah, you think. I mean, you were looking at her at a distance. She had red hair. You can't tell on the photo if she has red hair because it's black and white, but the facial features look very similar, so you think it's probably her.
Okay.
You think Ruby was the redheaded lady that was floating above the building.
This might have been her, but why would she destroy the apartment?
Well,
Oh, maybe
what if-
to cover her tracks.
Nicholas, maybe you can make a perception check.
Okay. 3 against 5.
You remember from your dream that the tentacles were chasing after her. And you know the tentacles, the black mass that was wrapping everybody up was basically evil.
Well,
So you think she was a target for this black mass as well as you, and as well as your ghostly friend. But that was just in a dream.
I'd say that she is either a mage like us and has been attacked by the same force that was in my dream, or even Alexander Cole, or she has been possessed by an outside force.
Well, there's not much we can do now. I have no idea where she is. Also, I'm assuming we're walking away from the building while we're talking now at this point. At least that's
Okay.
what my character is doing.
All right,
Yeah.
you start walking away.
What should we do now? We could go look for her, but I don't know how to track her.
I
No.
mean,
Her
maybe
apartment's
It'll be
toast.
harder since we really can't split up and look either. So
I mean, if we find something closely related to her, or, like her hair or something, maybe we can use our life magic to track her.
You
I
could.
mean, I don't have any of her hair.
her apartment was blown up.
Do you have anything that belongs to her?
Other than the deed, but
Belongs to her.
so would I hypothetically be able to use life magic to track her through the paper?
Do you have that discipline?
I have life magic, yes.
Not as your primary discipline.
It's my primary though.
No, now we're thinking.
So I'd like to use it to try and track where she went.
Oh, you have life. What else do you have?
Control and death.
Control and death. You're gonna have to think about this.
So
You can't do it with just life.
would I be able to use life magic to connect it and control magic to control the paper to return towards its rightful owner?
Now you're thinking.
Congrats.
That's going to be my attempt. I'm going to put 3 points of magic into this, so it could go over a large area and work stronger.
So you're gonna attempt to make the paper return to its owner.
Its rightful owner. That's a 52. I'm assuming since I'm using 2 magics, the bonus is going to cancel out my negative.
Maybe. Depends on how bad your negatives are. So that cancels out, yeah, your -10.
Okay.
There's other modifiers in play. So what's your skill?
My skill's at an 80.
An 80, and you rolled a 50 something.
52, yeah.
Okay. You feel the paper tugging at your hand.
I can follow along with where it's tugging towards.
No. It's just pulling on your hand. You're not sure in what direction.
I let it rest in the palm of my hand to see which direction it pulls towards.
Okay, it leaves your hand and starts moving in a direction.
And I start following it.
It's
Start
kind of like
chasing up to it.
it's kind of like flipping around in the wind.
I'm following too.
Following too. Okay, you walk. And walk. And walk. It's not moving very fast, by the way.
That's okay. That's better. If it's moving fast, so lose it.
One moment. Okay, you travel for several blocks heading to the north loop of Chicago. And the paper flips and settles near the front of another hotel called the Ritz. This one's not as high, but it appears to be a lot more fancy.
Hmm. So how do you guys want to go about trying to figure out which room in this place she's in?
All the paper.
It's pretty much settled on the ground near the front doors.
Hmm.
We'll pick up the paper so we don't lose that, if anything.
Yeah.
Guess we could just divide and conquer the building and see where
Oh
she
yeah,
is.
You
I'll
pick
take the
it,
paper
you pick
back.
it
It's
up.
mine.
You pick it up and it's still tugging a little at your hand.
Okay, so I guess we walk inside and let it loose.
Okay.
So you open the door.
Yes.
Now it's pulling really hard at your hand.
Let it go.
You let it go. You see it zip into the main lobby area. You chase after it.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. You see it zip around the lobby like it's searching. And then all of a sudden it goes through another open doorway that leads to the bar.
Okay.
Okay.
You follow in there, and now you see the paper hovering next to a red-headed woman seated at the bar. She looks at it in shock. And then she immediately glances over at you. Roll initiative.
Okay.
Roll initiative. 1 out of. Oh wait. Yeah,
It's
I got
a
a 1.
1d10 plus.
Do you remember how to do initiative?
It's a what?
Roll a 1d6 and add it to your initiative, and that's your initiative.
Oh, what's my initiative again?
Your agility.
I got a 9.
Got a 9,
I got a 7.
7. Just agility plus a d6.
Mm-hmm.
8.
An 8. Okay, 9 goes first.
Okay.
What
What
you
does
get,
she?
Nicholas?
7.
All right, as soon as the paper zips in front of her and you come through crashing through the doors to chase after it, the lady sees you and gets into a defensive posture like she's getting ready to attack. Make a perception check real quick. All of
Okay.
you.
Perception check.
4 out of 8.
3 out of 5.
3 out of 5. She's getting ready to attack.
Does she really have to attack?
She's getting ready to. Obviously, she views you as a threat.
Can I say like wait one moment? Like
Is that what you're going to say?
look, I'm gonna say we've been looking everywhere for you.
I say Craig Smith is my brother.
Not you. It's not your turn.
But I thought we could talk.
No. It's Aether,
Okay.
Aether King's
What is it?
initiative.
I want
You're
to
in-
say
You're in combat rounds. So you got something really quick to say. What are you saying, Aether?
okay. What I wanted to say was we've been looking everywhere for you. Don't you know her brother?
Okay. Now she gets to make a check. Her eyes kind of widen and she hesitates for a second and kind of like lowers her hands a little bit. You're out of combat rounds now.
We're out of it. Yahoo!
That extreme beauty helps.
Oh, does it now? Ugh, you see, guys? Now we should talk.
She says, brother, what are you talking about?
Her brother that just recently passed. She's been looking everywhere for you to talk to you about her brother.
Who's her brother?
Craig,
She says, Craig.
I show her the picture of both of them standing next to each other.
Oh, she knows who Craig is. He says, you're his sister?
Yeah,
Why are you searching for me?
I just wanted to know if you knew anything about, him dying or anything he might have been doing before he died.
She says, of course I know he died. It's all over the news.
I meant,
What do you think I've been hiding?
do you know what he might have been up to before
This
he
is not-
died?
This is not a place to talk about this, don't you think? She's looking around the bar.
Let's go.
There's ears everywhere.
I say, hey, just follow me then to everybody in the group.
And everybody make a perception check first, please.
Perception.
8 out of 8.
8 out of 8.
Yeah.
You're not very perceptive.
No.
6 out of 5.
2.
2.
Yeah,
Okay.
2 out of 5.
Yeah. Aether, you notice quite obviously Ruby here has an ability to cast magic. And you already know from what you're seeing up on the rooftop was that she's obviously of a fire discipline as her primary. You also notice as a primary discipline, you feel it profoundly in this bar, the death discipline,
The what?
a death discipline.
A death discipline as well?
Yes, not from
Okay.
her.
Oh, so someone else in the room that has a really high death discipline?
Somebody in this bar has death. You notice also air and ritual.
Other than me?
Air and ritual.
Yeah.
Death, air, and ritual.
So there is a presence in this bar that has those disciplines.
Can I go to her and tell her that she needs to be careful that there's others in here that maybe I don't know.
You're standing right in front of her. All
Oh,
of you
okay.
are.
So I say to everybody, hey guys, there's other users of magic in here. We better be careful.
You're not sure who, but you see everybody in the bar from the commotion you all made just a moment ago. Everybody's watching you all.
Was that loud?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, the door.
You're chasing after the paper, so you kind of like rushed into the room, and then all of a sudden she's in shock. You guys are in shock. You both look like you're about ready to attack each other, and then you stop and you're talking. Everybody's watching you.
Okay, I'll leave the bar.
All right, you leave the bar. The presence, as you noticed at Aether, is still there.
Wonderful.
Is
We're
everyone leaving the
talking in
bar? Or
the
is it just
bar.
me?
Huh?
Was it everyone left the bar? Or was it just me?
I imagine all of you left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still feel the presence?
And if you didn't leave, let me know.
Huh?
If somebody didn't leave, let me know.
You know, we all left, but do we still feel the presence?
You still feel the presence. You like move towards like the exit of the hotel. And you still feel it. It's near.
What?
And Aether made it known to everybody that I was there.
Yeah. And I'm letting
Can
you
I like use like my arcane to like detect where it's coming from?
Not really. that's a knowledge check. It's not a magic detector. Your magic detector is what's allowing you to feel the presence near you. But it's not
Can
a
I
compass,
roll?
but it's not really a compass. You just
Okay.
know there's a power of specific disciplines being used near you. Let's put it that way. The spell is
Being used.
a spell is actually being cast or maintained near you.
And we're still in the area of it.
Yeah.
All right, I leave the hotel then.
Because remember, you can't just notice somebody who casts magic. You can tell when somebody is using magic near you.
I leave the hotel then to see if I still feel it.
Well, you didn't. You failed your roll.
What?
Only Aether felt it.
Oh, okay. I asked Faith if she still feels it.
Yes, I do.
Yep. You get out onto the street of the hotel and the heavy bustle, and you still feel the presence. It's close.
Can I
It's
look
not
around for
us.
anyone who followed us out of the hotel that's still nearby besides
Nobody.
Ruby?
Nobody followed you out other than Ruby. There's people going in, but you didn't see anybody come out yet. But you're on the street and it still feels close, within at least 10 to 20 feet. You suspect.
But we did make some distance.
No, not really.
But
Now, this is where all your characters die.
No.
A giant Cthulhu monster comes bursting out of the streets.
How'd you know? Roll initiative. No, just kidding.
You gotta know what's in the sewers.
I keep walking down the road to get further from the hotel, hoping everyone's following me, just to see if like we can get out of the range of this whatever spell we're feeling.
You're not feeling anything.
Well, that Aether's feeling.
All right, you're walking away from Aether.
Aether, do you want to keep moving to see if you can if you can still feel it down this way?
Is that necessary?
I mean, do you want to be where the spell's being cast?
I guess let's continue. Where are we heading to? Are we heading back to the my home?
We gotta go somewhere secure.
Well, that will probably be the best bet.
Let's
to
just
take-
go to my dad's office.
I'm going to let you guys do an intellect check. Since you're not
A what?
You're not really thinking, but you are a spellcaster, so you should be thinking about something specific you could do, and you're not. But since you're new to the system, I'm going to let you roll an intellect check. So D10 against your intellect.
Oh, bet.
Um,
6 out of 10.
5 out of 10.
1 out of 5.
Okay, so you all passed. So basically, a spell, you already know an active spell is being used near you. You know it was being used near you when you entered the bar. When you entered the lobby, Aether, you felt it still near you, like it was following you, and then out on the street. You can
Yeah, so
use
did it Ruby?
you can use your arcane knowledge ability to try and determine what kind of spell is being cast.
Well, I can't do that.
Yeah, but you can tell other people.
Yeah.
Basically, you could be like, hey,
That's-
do you guys, can you tell what kind of spell is being cast? And that's when you can use your arcane knowledge ability. You've done it before in the
Yeah.
previous session.
Okay.
So for those of you that passed, you might want to make an arcane ability check if you have that skill to try and determine what kind of spell is being cast at you, because it's currently active.
46 out of 77.
Okay. And how about you, Nicholas?
67 out of 70.
Is that with
Which
your
would
minus?
be out of 60 with the minus.
Okay, so you still passed. All right. there is some kind of spell being cast and you believe it to be illusionary of nature and you believe it's invisibility. Somebody is masking their presence there. Using a combination of air, ritual, and death.
Oh wow, okay.
Use my air magic and possibly combine it with either force or control to figure out where they're hiding.
No, you know, but you might be able to. You don't have arcane knowledge, do you?
No, I don't.
Never mind.
So no.
Not that you can think of
Hmm.
with your limited magic knowledge.
I cried.
You can still make an arcane check, you know. It's going to be based off of your mental group score, since you don't have the skill. So you can still do it. You're just not trained in magical lore and knowledge. Is that what you're going to do?
What can I do?
Your
Well, you know-
intellect, perception, and willpower added together is what you're gonna try to beat.
Is your mental group score. So your mental group score is your basic skill check if you don't have a skill.
It's at 15.
Yep. So you can try make a arcane knowledge check
Okay.
without
and
having the skill.
and what would I roll?
You got to roll on a D100
Oh yeah, that's not
under a
looking
15.
good.
It's not looking good, but there's always a chance.
It's not looking good. I got a 1.
There you go, critical success. Yes, you know how to do it. You know how you can use your air magic. What are your other disciplines?
Force and control.
Force and control. Perfect. You can shape air in like a bubble or a cloud around you, solidify it until it bumps into something invisible.
Okay.
And you'll be able to notice the emanations. You can shape the air any way you want to avoid other people and other objects and just basically fill voids where an invisible person could be hiding.
Yes.
And that's what
Okay.
that's what your critical success tells you.
Okay, so can I do that?
Yes,
What do I gotta roll?
it's your air magic. You're actually going to be casting the spell, and you got to let me know how many points you're putting into it.
Points do I have? How would I know how many points I have for that?
It's
Would
your
I-
willpower is how many
My
points you have
willpower?
of
Your
Your
power
willpower-
points. What are your power points?
My willpower?
Power points.
Power points is 5.
5. That's how many points you have.
So can I use 3?
You can.
Okay.
That way you can create a wider area. Because remember the magic table?
Yeah.
All right. You're also going to burn automatically 3 fatigue points when you cast that.
Yes.
Okay. So you cast it and you shape it any way you want, and you're filling up all the voids around you that are within 10 to 20 feet. And after about a minute of moving the air around, you bump into something that's you can't see.
Uh-oh.
You know exactly where the person is at.
Okay. Can I use force to like hold them down?
Well, right now you got to roll initiative. Are you going to
Roll
let
initiative?
Are you letting anybody else know?
Yeah.
What are you
I
going to What are you going to say?
Hey guys, where are they located? Where did I find them?
Oh, they're like 10 feet away from you.
But
They're up near the wall of the hotel, away from a bunch of people.
like, is it in front of us, behind us, to the side? Like,
Well, it's in front of you now because you're facing them.
okay. So, guys, right by the.
Now, keep in mind we're in initiative. Roll initiative first
Okay.
because you hit him with your air. So now the person knows what you're doing. So
Okay.
it's combat rounds. So on
Nine?
your no, not you,
Oh,
just Aether.
Oh.
You guys don't know anything yet.
Gotcha.
So what initiative do you have?
14.
14? All right, so you beat him. Holy cow, what is your agility?
My agility?
I mean, your physical group, or no, just your agility.
My agility is a 7 + 2.
7 + 2. Well, your agility is a 7.
Yeah.
And how did you get a 14?
You told me to roll the.
Agility plus a d6.
Yeah. Oh, I read that wrong.
Yep.
On
Agility.
this dice roller, it keeps my roll, and so when I roll again, it just adds them together.
Oh,
I forgot to delete the.
agility
So that
plus
means I got a
d6.
6 + 2. A 6 + 2. 8 then. I got an 8.
An 8. Okay. You still beat him. So now you can say something really quick to the group.
You said he was right by the hotel wall, the
Yeah,
side wall.
he's like right next to the wall on the sidewalk, about 10 feet from him.
Guys, there's someone following us, and they're behind us. Well, right in front of us now by the hotel wall. Is what I say.
Now, what are you going to do?
Could I try and choke him with my air, or her, whoever it is?
Yep, you only have 2 power points left.
Okay, so can I use 1 power point,
You can.
or is that not a good idea?
Just you might want to look at the magic table.
Okay.
It'll tell you how many points cause how much damage.
One
So-
point.
It does 1d6 damage. 2 points does 1d6 plus 3 damage.
Yeah.
Now you only have 2 points left you can spend because you already burned 3 points to locate the target.
Yeah.
You also burned 3 fatigue points.
Yes, I know.
What's your fatigue score?
It's at 5.
Is that 5? All right, so you can cast your spell to try and choke the guy with air. Now, how are you synergizing it?
Wouldn't it be with force?
Yeah, well, you have force and control, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're going to use air. You're going to solidify it around the person's neck.
Yeah.
Use control to keep it there, and then force to strangle.
Yes.
All right, go for it. That's plus 20% to your skill roll.
And what do I roll?
What's your skill? Magic skill. You have air magic, right?
Yeah, it's air magic, and that's at 55. So out of 100.
55. So you have 55, 65, 75 because you got that bonus.
Yeah.
For synergizing. So you've got to roll 75 or under on 100.
Okay. I got a 9.
Okay, and he rolls his resistance. And fails, so you can roll damage. You're just doing 1 point, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you roll 1d6.
I got a 4.
You got a 4?
A 4.
Okay.
One.
You hear, all of you hear, a gurgling screech. And you can tell from where the noise is coming from, whoever this person is, he's short, or he's crouched down.
Is he now not invisible anymore since he's
Nope, still invisible.
okay? So can I go over to him?
Well, not now, next round. Well, no, you get, you had your 2 actions. So now everybody else can roll initiative, including you.
Including me?
It's a new
Okay.
round. He apparently, at least not that you're to your knowledge, he hasn't done anything this round. Or he spent this
Kevin.
round doing something else that you haven't seen.
Mm-hmm.
I got an 8.
You got an 8,
Yep.
Aether,
My initiative.
7.
7.
I got a 2, so then that's +2, so 4.
Okay. Ooh, bad guy goes first. And he's going to. Yeah, he don't like you, Aether King.
Well, obviously, I choked him.
Hana, it's your agility score, not your base agility. It's the 1d6 plus your base agility, not plus your modifier.
Huh?
Yeah, you don't add the modifier in for your.
It's
It's your agility
1d6
plus
plus
what
the
you roll.
base agility score.
That modifier is only for skills.
Wait, so you're saying it's 7 then plus what I rolled?
Whatever
Yeah.
your agility score is. If your agility is a 7, it's that plus a d6.
Oh, so 4 plus 7 then.
Yeah.
I got 11 then.
You got 11. Never mind. Then you go first.
I'm sorry. I
No,
got
it's all
confused.
right. It's a new system. Got to get used to it.
Could I try and pin him down?
No, you only have 1 point of force left, or 1 point of magic left, unless you
Not
want to
with my
burn.
magic.
Oh, you want to attack one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could try physical
Okay.
attack. Absolutely. You know where he is.
Yeah. What would I use for that?
What kind of skills do you have? You have parkour, right?
Yeah, I have parkour.
You can use that to attempt attack land.
Okay. So then I'll just roll for that then.
Mhm.
I got a 58.
58. What's your total skill score?
So it says a fifth, it's at,
Total.
Huh?
What is it? Your skill?
it's 35. That's my skill score.
And you
But
rolled a 58.
yeah.
Okay, so you attempt to tackle him. You manage to grapple with him, but you lose your grip, so you don't tackle him. You do notice one thing: whatever it was you grabbed was very slimy
Slimy
and cold.
and cold. Ew.
Mhm.
I won't be able to pin that down. Slimy and ooey. No.
Yeah, you couldn't get a good grip on him.
Ew. What is he covered in oil?
Or some sort of lizard.
But I will let you make a perception check, Aether.
Okay. Perception check, 7 out of 10. Got a 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. You suspect from the way it felt and its spindly nature and as short as it was, you think it's a goblin,
A goblin.
like one of the goblins you've seen before.
Oh, great.
All
Guys,
right.
I think it's a goblin.
Mhm. And all of a sudden he becomes visible after you tried to tackle him. All right, now it's his move. And since you're so close to him, he's going to attempt to bite you.
Oh, can I dodge? I have dodge.
No, you already took your attacks. So you get 2 actions per turn.
Great.
So your action this turn was to move and attack. You can move and dodge, move and attack, defend.
Mm-hmm.
But you only get 2 actions per round. All right. And he attempts to bite you. Lucky. You missed with the bite. So now he's going to attempt to claw you with his hand. You see these thick, black, sharp nails heading your way. Oh, and he hits.
Where does he hit?
Oh, he breaks you across the chest as you're trying to grapple him and rolling on the ground, and he rakes you for 6 points of damage.
Great. 6 -6 from my health.
Yeah, you see his claws easily rip through your clothing and into your chest. And as they rip through, they burn. What is your total health score? Health points?
15.
15. That's over 1/3. So you're going to need to roll on the wound table.
On the what? The wound?
On the wound table.
Okay.
I'll pull it up in here, so if you roll, I can tell you what it is.
Yeah, any type of damage received that is over 1/3 of the character's current physical, mental, or social group score, or any damage received below negative numbers require a roll on the appropriate table below. And that's over 1/3 of your hit points. So basically roll 1d100. And you want to roll high.
Okay. I got it 84.
That's dazed. It
Dazed.
says 10% to all skill checks. Minus 10% to all skill checks. 1d4 rounds. For 1d4 rounds, negative effects. So I guess you have to roll a 1d4 to see how many rounds you're going to be dazed for.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna be dazed.
Yep, dazed. Minus 10% to skill checks for 2 rounds.
Okay.
All right. And who was next? Was it you, Nicholas?
I got an 8, so probably.
Yeah, I got a 7.
You're next. You see the goblin appear right after Aether tried to tackle it. Then you see it rake Aether right across the chest, and you see blood just spraying out.
Okay.
And
That
it
was
hisses.
brutal.
Hmm.
Well, I think I'm gonna use life and control magic to bind it into place.
And how?
And
How are you going to bind it into place with that?
so I'm gonna use it to control the muscles in its legs to keep them from moving.
Good. So you get a plus 10% bonus because you're synergizing with one discipline. So whatever your skill score is currently, raise it 10. Oh, you lose 10. I forgot.
So I'm
So-
still at 80.
Still at 80. How many points you're putting into it, by the way?
I'm gonna put in, what's it called? 1 point,
1 point.
and I rolled a 64.
Okay. It's successful. But 1 point, the effect is weak, and he breaks it.
Uh, Okay.
But he will be bound for this round and this round only. On a new initiative, he'll be at normal again. Okay, Esther, it's your turn.
I'm going to use 1 point from my rune and 2 from my normal points. So 3 altogether to shoot it with an ice bullet.
Okay, so 3 points.
And my ice bullet will be using my water and my force.
All right, so just 2.
Yeah.
You're not going to use 3 disciplines?
Well, I have life. So like well,
Oh, okay, life, I got you.
yeah. So I'm gonna try to
That's right, you got a plus 10% bonus.
11.
That was your roll.
Yeah.
Okay. 11%, not quite a crit, almost.
I know.
But go ahead and roll your damage. You know what it is for 3 points.
Let me go look at that. I'm gonna go all the way down to 3 points, damage, 3d6.
2d6.
What?
3 points is 2d6 damage.
I thought that was a 2.1. Nope, because the 1 point's 1d6, 2 points is 2d, 3 points is 3d.
What chart you got?
Probably an older one then if you changed it.
Yeah, we changed it. I gave you the new
Oh.
chart.
Oh
Where are the
shoot.
new charts?
Yeah, so 3 points does 2d6 damage. 1 point does 1d6. 2 points does 1d6 plus 3. 3 points does 2d6 damage.
Wait, what does 2 points do?
1d6 plus 3.
1d6 plus 3.
And it goes up just like that. And it goes 2d6 plus 3 for 4 points, 3d6 for 5 points, 3d6 plus 3 for 6 points, and so on.
All right. So 3 points is 2d6.
2d6.
And then 4 points is 2d6 plus 3.
Right.
All right. So this just kind of goes up in that pattern.
Correct.
Okay. So 2d6. Let's see.
All the way up to 10 points, which is 5d6 plus 3.
I'm getting the die out.
I thought you put the new chart on your PowerPoint.
I thought so too. And I got an 11.
And 11 points of damage.
Yeah.
All right, your ice bullet strikes him right in the forehead and plows through his skull out the other side, and he drops.
Woohoo. I'm gonna go right over to Aether and use my rune as a point and use the water that I have in my life magic to kind of stop the bleeding on her chest or do whatever it'll let me do with that.
You got to tell me what it's going to let you do.
I was
You're
for one
creating this
point-
spell.
I'm doing like a healing water, you know, it's gonna go on her using my water as kind of like a variation of my healing potion, but more like
Like a
not
bandage.
exactly. Yeah, like a bandage. So with 1 point, I'm assuming it'll like stop the bleeding at most, close the wound, depending on how bad it is.
Well, 1 point is you already know from the table. 1d6. You get to roll a 1d6 to see how much you heal her.
Okay.
So if you put
Let's
1
see.
point in plus 1 point, you're just using the room. Or not
I'm
the
gonna
room,
use-
but the relic.
Yeah.
Are you adding any extra points into it?
I'll add 1 more point into it. I'll make it a 2 point.
Okay, so 2 points. 1d6 plus 3. Go ahead and make your spell check.
Oh, I did make sure I did the roll. I did it good. Okay, I'm gonna roll on a spell. I got a 3.
Got a 3?
Yep.
All right. So you got a critical success. You heal her for max, so 1d6 plus 3, which is 6, 7, 8, 9. You heal her for 9 points.
9 points. Yay. Thank you. I'm alive.
You were alive before?
Yeah, but I was dazed.
Yes.
Wait, so if I lost 6 and now I got 9, that means I have 3 extra health points?
No,
Oh,
you're back to full.
wow.
She sealed the wound.
Am I going to have scars?
No, you saw a stream of water pour out of her bottle, kind of like move out of the bottle and covered the wound. And then you felt them pushing the wound closed,
Hmm.
and then it sealed. And you're completely healed. There's not even a scar.
Oh, that sucks. Okay, thank you.
You want a scar?
No, I don't
Okay.
need one.
I could wake the goblin back up again.
Whoa. I killed him. He's dead.
He's dead.
A crowd is starting to form around you now. People are pointing at the little green creature on the ground with brown spots. You've seen them before. You don't know if it's the same one that you've seen before, but you've seen it's like. It's only about 4 foot high, spindly, greenish brownish skin. He has some
Apparently
kind of like
slimy.
filmy slime covering the surface of his skin like sweat. And he stinks. Not the stink from your dream, however. The stink from your dream was a lot worse.
Hmm.
Let's get out of here.
This little creature has the stink of like a bog.
We
Right.
should get out of here.
All right, you all leave.
I say we should go to my dad's office because at least it's not the elf district and we can just go in his office and talk. It's a little bit more private.
Okay, so you're going to start heading through the crowd, pushing through them. You hear people commenting like, "What is that?" Somebody says, "Looks like a goblin." What's a goblin?
Yeah, I'm ignoring that. No.
Some other woman comes out of the hotel, sees the scene and screams, covers her mouth. All right, you get through the crowd and eventually you come up to a trolley and start heading north again, back toward your father's company. Nothing else befalls you guys. You hit the end of the trolley line and hail a cab, and the cab takes you the rest of the way to your factory.
Okay.
Cool.
You guys gonna do anything along the way?
Well, once we get there, no.
Yeah.
We're just getting there.
The trip took you a better part of about 2 hours. It's almost noon.
Okay. When we get to the building, I'm gonna refill on my water before we go to my brother's office.
Okay. You didn't use much.
Oh, okay.
It's like one of those things where you used it, but it doesn't get used up. It just goes right back into your like
Oh,
dish. unless
gotcha.
you like boil it away or something.
Okay. All right, so we're in his office then.
You have no problem getting in there. Everybody knows you. Family business. Operations are still going on. One of the people, one of the crew there does ask you in passing where your father's at. You haven't seen him in a couple of days.
I say that he's still mourning.
He says his condolences to you.
I thank him. Okay, I go to my brother's office.
You all get into the office. You notice as you're in there that Seth looks pretty downtrodden.
You okay, Seth?
He looks at you, says, "No. Haven't had a chance to do any fighting yet."
Oh.
That's what he's
Well.
concerned about.
I'm
He says,
sure there'll be more.
I had my gun out, but you took care of him before I had a chance.
Sorry.
At least he didn't get scraped across the chest.
I could have shot him in the head, but
I'm sure you'll get
Could've,
a
but
chance
didn't.
to. As it looks, we're probably going to get into a lot more situations.
I'll be ready. He's let me have a shot next time.
Okay. I won't stop you.
I am a World War I vet, you know.
So I look at Ruby and I say,
I killed
Can
a
you
lot of
tell
the
me-
Kaiser's boys. Lots of them. I know how to kill Germans. I can kill a goblin, for Christ's sake. All right, I'm done.
I look at Ruby and I say, so
Hundreds, I tell you, hundreds.
what?
That's how many of the Kaiser's boys I killed. All right, now I'm done.
You sure?
I am helpful, really.
You are
Yes.
so helpful.
We can really use you. I won't be able to use my magic all day long, so
He digs
Me
around in your father's desk and pulls out a bottle of whiskey and pours himself a shot.
that's fine.
And he looks
look
at
at-
you. Anybody else?
I said,
I'm
sure,
good.
why not?
He pours you a shot too.
I clink glasses with him and I take my shot.
He downs his.
Me too.
It's good stuff.
How about another?
Yeah, he pours you another. He pours himself another. And downs it.
Me too. Maybe one more.
He says, nah, that's enough for now. Got to keep it straight.
We'll be here for a while.
That's all right. You go right on ahead. That way, at least you'll be all done in and I can protect you.
So Ruby, what was my brother doing before he got killed? Is he a part of something? Is he in, like, what is it? Do you know about it?
She's sitting there and she said,
The artifact.
she says, the relic your brother had. And he was going to tell me where it was because he wanted me to protect it. He said he had a line on a big deal he was going to make with it. Something to do with the North Side mob.
So you don't know anything about where it is?
Yeah, he collected the money, and where he stashed the relic, I don't know. I just know it was a torque. A necklace from like ancient times.
You have any idea where he might have kept it?
No idea. But that's why I was blasting fireballs in my apartment, because people trashed the place coming in, apparently looking for it. That little goblin on the street, there was 5 of them in my apartment. She looks pissed.
I sit in like a chair in the room and I'm just like, well, we don't have many options in front of us. We don't know where the relic is. Every lead that I have is now dry. And we're getting hunted by a crazy wizard guy with goblins.
Why don't you just ask your brother, she says.
He's dead.
Well, of course he's dead, but she points over to Nicholas, but you have a death mage right there. She says, she looks at you, says, yeah, I can feel it.
Nicholas, we could have contacted him all this time.
I don't usually purposely stir up the dead.
Yeah, instead we go running around a wild goose chase instead of asking the person we need to talk to.
I mean, I'd rather find leads through the actual way than that, but and also it's kind of creepy bringing up someone's dead brother and making him talk.
Do you think you can just contact a spirit?
That's something that I could probably do better than most.
Okay.
I'll try to reach out to her brother's spirit, kind of like I did with the ghost guard before.
That's with your natural ability, right?
Yes.
Well, I look at Ruby and I'm like, well, you can go now if you want. You probably don't want to be a part of this whole thing.
Says, you kidding? Of course I want to. It's a powerful relic. Besides, I've got people after me because I have the money. Well, I had the money.
All right, so Nicholas, what do you need to do this?
Add money is are more than are other people after you?
She said your Astor's brother gave me the $5,000 he was paid to turn over the necklace to the Northside mob. I don't know how the Northside mob knows I had the money, but I had the money and now it's gone.
Esther's rummaging through her brother's desk to find something that he might have had on him for a while. Maybe that'll help Nicholas contact him.
What do I have to roll on my natural ability?
Yeah, if Nicholas wants to contact your brother directly, he has to use the body. Otherwise, he's got to use his natural innate ability. So basically, what I need you to do, Nicholas, is make a roll on your social group.
D100?
No, it'll be basically your magnetism to see how well
Okay.
the spirit responds. You can reach out to spirits, but whether they respond or not is going to be based on your social. Your
3 against the 4.
3 against a 4.
Yep.
Okay, you try and reach out to the brother, and you feel a connection, but he doesn't respond to you. And because you passed the roll, you get a sense that he doesn't know you, and that's why he didn't respond. And like I said, the only way you can force him to respond is to go through your spells
Magically.
using his body.
So do I know where he's like his body's kept right now?
Well, it hasn't been buried yet, so you imagine it's still at the morgue.
Great.
So
You
I
haven't had
wanted to avoid this, but we're gonna need to go to your brother's body, Aster.
Oh. Well, I don't even know. I don't even think he's buried yet.
Well, that means we don't have to dig at least.
But wouldn't it be harder to go to the morgue? You know what? I'm gonna have to set up his funeral anyway.
You're
My
his
mom's
sister.
gone.
You're
My
his
dad's
sister.
gone.
You're his sister. You can go to the morgue and see the body.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not like we have to break in.
oh, I didn't know. Okay, cool. Well then, let's go.
Okay. I'm gonna try to maintain that connection, like hold on to that connection, because I believe it's gonna be more helpful
Oh,
holding on to.
the connection's gone.
Oh, it's gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
You reached out, you felt a tentative connection, but then you got the emotional sense that he didn't respond to you because he doesn't know you. So it's a spirit you have to force.
Okay.
So you passed your social check score, but like I said, with that ability, it's up to the spirit whether or not they want to reach out. Some reach out without your wanting them to. Some reach out when you want them to, and some don't reach out at all. All right. You leave
So-
again and you head to the city morgue and you get there. And you get to the
Okay.
front desk and you tell the guy at the desk what?
I say, hi, my name is Astor Smith.
You're the brother of Craig Smith, or the sister.
Yes.
Yeah, we wonder when family
The
members
brother.
would show up.
A lot has happened. My house burned down and I lost my mother, and it's been all kind of fast. A lot of things happening at once.
It's been a crazy week.
Yes.
So I imagine you want to come in and identify your brother.
Yeah. Just me and him. I kind of like grab Nicholas, kind of hinting that everyone else can just stay in the waiting room.
So everybody is staying and you're just the only one going in.
With Nicholas.
Yeah, we'll stay out here.
All right.
Okay.
So you go in.
Yep.
The mortician takes you into the back, pulls out the drawer your brother's in, and he pulls the sheet back. They're keeping him cool at least so he doesn't smell too bad.
I like pull up a chair and I sit, and I ask if I could just have a moment alone to say my like words to him.
Says, of course. He heads out.
All right, up to you now, Nicholas. Oh, you.
So how do PowerPoints recharge? Would they have recharged at all during this travel or?
Yeah, your power points and fatigue points, they generate out of combat 1 point every 10 minutes of rest. In other words, not like sleeping, but you could just like not be doing anything exert. So
Okay.
sitting around, a light walk, as long as you're not exerting yourself, you gain points back every 10 minutes. So you're back to full.
Okay. I'm gonna use 3 points to in the spell with using life to bring the body to like kind of back to life, restore it, while using the death to raise it through necromancy and call
Right.
upon the soul and control to animate it.
Correct.
Okay.
So you get a plus 20% bonus to your skill check. So whatever your skill is, add 20 to it and then make it roll. Oh, plus the minus 10.
So I
So-
rolled a 48.
That should be plenty.
Yeah.
All right. As you're sitting there, you cast your spell, you bind the spirit back to the dead body, and his eyes pop open. And he opens his mouth and goes, "What do you want?
What do you say?
What do you want?"
I say, Craig.
He sits up. Sheet falls off of him. He's butt naked. Pieces of his skin are hanging off. You see
Ooh,
several bullet holes running through him.
you should lay down.
He's got one in his cheek too.
You should lay down.
What do you want?
Where did you put the artifact?
Somewhere safe.
But where? People are looking for it. My life is on the line for this.
They have your father and they burnt your house down.
Who will you give the relic to?
Probably no one. Everyone's trying to kill us for it.
Bedpost, third corner.
What do you say?
Bedpost, third corner.
Something post third corner?
Bedpost,
Bedpost,
bed
third
post,
corner.
third corner.
Bedpost?
Mm-hmm. Didn't check his bed? The bed at the house that burned down, or the bed in that apartment that got blown up, or
At home.
at home? So the bed,
Aster knows what he means. His bed.
Okay.
He says there's a hollow.
Okay. And can we trust Ruby?
No.
I thought so.
You put 3 points into it, didn't
Yeah.
you?
wouldn't-
He's gonna be awake for a while.
How long is 3 points?
I'm looking that up right now. So 3 points is a strong effect. Okay, I mean, he could probably leave after 4 rounds. if you were going to utilize them in combat, but since you're out of combat, probably like 40 minutes.
Okay. I'm assuming I can end the effect early.
Yeah, you can end it early if you want, or you can drag them along with you.
Oh, let's not do that. Next thing you know, I'm wanted by the police for stealing a body from the morgue.
You didn't steal him, he's walking.
He's
No,
alive, look at him.
no.
You can make him dance the jig if you want. It's like a puppet in your hands.
I looked at Nicholas. I said we should probably get going now.
Okay. I was like, thank you for your help. You can rest now. And I released the spell.
The body flops over onto the floor. The head hits the tile floor with a loud thunk.
Great. We should put him back on the bed.
Yeah.
All right, you put him back.
All right. Let's go. Oh wait, before we go, Nicholas, we can't trust Ruby. I kind of already had a feeling. What should we do? Because I can't tell them where it is. And if I do, then she's going to know.
He refused to tell us. And we just draw out the time a little bit until she leaves us alone, and we then go and get it. We're the only ones with this knowledge.
So we keep it secret for now.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Okay. Where are you heading?
But wait. Before we go, isn't the Dark Wizard have necromancy also?
You detected death magic off of him, yes.
On the goblins.
Oh, on the actual wizard himself. How
Oh, I
Yeah.
advanced
thought he used life control and
and
force.
death. And death. He had death.
Oh, okay. So he's the same
So-
as me.
He could probably do this to his body also. I think I should. Could you bring back a body from cremation?
Not necessarily.
It'd take a lot of work and time and probably rituals.
You'd
with
have to
white
put the
magic.
body back together from the ashes, in other words.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna try to rush his cremation then.
All right, so you go back out and talk to the morgue.
Yep.
All right, you get out there, you see the guy behind the desk. He says, so sorry for your loss, man.
Thank you. I think I'm ready to make funeral plans.
He says, of course, we've just been waiting for the family member to show up. He
I'd
pulls
like
out
to.
he pulls out a document. It's all filled in. He says, all you gotta do is sign here and we'll turn it over to the mortuary of your choice.
I filled out for cremation.
Oh, you wish to cremate it,
Yes,
or would you like the ashes delivered?
I'll have the ashes. I put down Aether's address.
Okay. So you fill it in with Aether's address and you sign the order for cremation. It says, okay,
Yep.
we'll get it done today.
Thank you. Done and done.
No, not quite.
What?
$30.
Oh, I gave him $30.
Okay.
The funeral fee.
There's always a fee, even in death.
Yeah.
Remember to pay your death tax.
We return back to the group.
You're back into the lobby. Aether King, Seth, and Rose there. Ruby. Well, I could call him Rose.
He's
Ruby's gonna be
Huh?
upset with me.
Oh, because you called Ruby Rose. I say he's stubborn. He wouldn't tell us. Either that or he didn't know.
Ruby's head pops up. Let's go back in there. Maybe he'll talk to me.
I'm thinking for a moment in my head, and I'm like, and in my head, I'm thinking, if he doesn't trust her, then why does she think that he'll talk to her?
I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go talk to him.
I don't think it's gonna work. I've tried everything to get him to say it, and either he just doesn't know or he's just not gonna say.
She plants her hands on her hips. She says, look, I was his girlfriend. I know you were his sister, but I was his girlfriend. We were really close. This will work.
Anyway, he's too tired to continue. Right, Nicholas?
He was very adamant about being left alone.
He wouldn't talk to any of you.
He spoke, but he wanted to. He said he's dead. He's washing his hands with this. It's not his problem anymore. He died for
Do you
it.
think he might have given it off to someone else, anyone else he was close to?
No, he was going to hand it off to me for safekeeping.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Well, if you can think of anybody else, you should let us know.
Supposed to hand it off to me the day he died.
Maybe that's what he meant by it. Maybe he did hand it off to you. Maybe someone disguised themselves.
Well, maybe we can come back tomorrow and he'll be in a different mood.
Okay. So we head out and we leave Ruby to head back to
She's
AB Aether's house.
She's coming along with you.
Oh God, now we're gonna ditch her. I guess she doesn't have a place to stay.
She kind of just nuked it.
Oh, I just had like a a messed up idea. That's crazy.
What was it? Killing her?
No.
Make a perception check, Esther.
A 7 out of 8.
7 out of 8. You know your brother. I mean, you grew up with him and everything else. You suspect he didn't want her to have it. 1, because she's a prostitute. 2, because she knows how to wield magic. So if she knows how to wield magic, a powerful artifact is something any magic user would want. So maybe he just didn't trust her with an artifact, not as a person, is what you think.
Oh yeah, she probably would want to just keep it for herself. That's what I've been thinking through this whole time of her following us.
That she also got her hands on the $5,000 that you took from her. I
admitted to that. I told nobody about me finding that.
I know.
My mouth is shut on that one.
But she's obviously the money grubbing power hungry type. You pretty much knew, and obviously your brother knew that she was using him for his money.
I just had to figure out a way to ditch her.
Well, you head back to Aether's place.
Yeah.
All right. Doesn't take you too
Aether
long.
can deny guests.
You're already on the north side of Chicago's Loop, so you're only a few blocks away from the tribal council lands, and you get there.
This is a tricky situation that we have here now because she's just following us around. I asked her if she has a place to stay for the night and we could just meet up at the morgue tomorrow.
She says, no, I'm sticking with you guys. You're gonna need help finding that relic. Aether.
Yes.
Perception check. Did you make it?
There we go. No, I did not.
Oh, okay, never mind. I almost solved your problem for you, but
Aether, is there enough rooms in your house for Ruby?
Ruby says, oh, I can just sleep on a couch or a chair.
I guess I'm the only one trying.
Seth pipes in and he like motions to Aether and whispers in your ear, tribal lands. He looks at you again and says, by invitation only.
Oh, so if I don't invite her in, then
She can't come in.
that's just outing yourselves to not wanting her to come along. And that's just gonna get pissed. I knew that already.
But she can't start anything on the tribal lands.
Yeah, but she could be waiting outside and tracking
It's
him.
okay. The Dark Wizard would just out of character. The Dark Wizard would just capture her, and because she'll be alone, it's fine. We're okay.
Or maybe not. Because now
I
we
don't-
then another person there who's gonna come after.
So you
Rather
just
have her-
want a strange girl that blew up the side of a building to come into your tribal lands into your
I'd
house.
rather-
Cool.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't want to be against her. I want to be on our team. Of course, we know at the end she just wants money, but we know that.
Keep your enemies closer.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want her sitting up behind us. And at the same time, so as soon as we get the pendant, she's gonna be right on our asses. Wouldn't you rather just face her off once you get the pendant? We could just say we want to go search a certain place again. And when we go over there, you just grab it first and then we'll deal with her then. If she wants to, we'll say you're gonna hold
Well,
on to it.
We don't have to
make-
talk about our whole strategy right now. It's just
No, this is out of character. But you get
Yep,
what I
you
mean?
did say out of character, so you're good.
But you know what I mean? So we should just have her with us and deal with her when the time comes
What
instead
if
of
she's the one who burnt down the house?
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Looking for it because the wizard said he didn't burn it down.
Ah, you remembered that.
uh-huh.
Yep,
That's why shouldn't we have her with
I've been
us?
keeping my notes. That's why I immediately didn't really trust her just in
But if you-
general.
The trap lands and burns down my home.
Yeah, that's what I just told you. But you know, your
I-
character is thinking fun, joy. Let's have an enemy come inside the house.
So rather have her with us and then we could find it together. You and Nicholas can go to the morgue and go and go there, and I can go to the other place.
You don't know about any of it though.
You did. Told us in front. No, you didn't. Yeah, you did.
No, we didn't.
I didn't tell you anything about Nicholas.
Oh well, if you told us, then maybe that could
Not Nicholas. I didn't tell you anything about Craig.
The only
So-
two people who know where the ring is, the torque is me and Aster right now.
Yeah, so you should tell us. I'm just saying. I think she should just stick with us.
Yeah, you can always find reason to speak to each other without her presence, like when she like uses the privy, or when she's sleeping for the night.
All right, let's just go into your house then.
All right, you head in.
Enough room, so let's go.
All right, you get in, you get to the house, and here's where we can stop for the night.
Okay.
Only stress.
Everybody roll a d4 for your experience.
Danger triangle.
I got a 3.
I got a 2.
Oh boy. Are you saving or spending?
I'm gonna gamble 10 again.
Go for it. When you get
Magnetism.
magnetism,
Yep.
go for it. Remember, you got to roll over your current magnetism score.
Come on, 5 or higher. 5.
There you go. So now you have 5 magnetism.
Really cut it close there that time.
And you don't have to burn any of your experience. And don't forget to increase your social group score by that 1.2.
I got a 4
Confirmed.
from my experience roll.
Anybody else spending or gambling?
Can I
Wow.
Yes, Aether?
power points? Can I level that up?
You can only level up power points by leveling up your willpower, because your power points are equal to your willpower.
So can I level up my willpower?
Yes. 10 points to raise it a point, unless you want to try and gamble.
And how what would happen if I try and gamble?
Okay, if you try and gamble instead of just spending 10 points, you can save your 10 points. In other words, not spend them and still increase a point if you're successful.
Okay,
So what is your current willpower?
5.
5. So you have to roll a 6 or above on a d10.
Okay, I'll do that.
So you had to roll higher than your score.
Right, and your current score.
9.
So you failed.
No, you said roll a 10, right?
Oh yeah, you got to roll above. So you did. Never
Yeah.
mind. Yep. You won.
Oh.
So you get to keep your experience and you raise your willpower 1 point,
Can I do that again?
which increases your, no, you can only do that once per game session.
Okay.
So you increase your willpower by 1 point, which also increases your mental group score by 1 point and increases your power points by 1 point. Because your power points are equal to your willpower.
So it levels up my will, my power, and what else?
Your entire mental group by 1 point. Because remember, your mental group is
Oh,
equal to your
percep-
intellect, perception.
Intellect is 6 now too.
No, he
no.
means your mental group total goes up by 1.
Yeah, so
So your intellect stays at 5, your perception at 5, your willpower goes to 6. Your total mental group is now 16.
instead of 15.
Yes.
Okay.
Because your willpower increased 1. Because your mental group is equal to your intellect, perception, and willpower.
Okay.
And Aster,
I rolled a 4 to get my points for this for the 1d4 roll.
right?
And then I think I'm gonna try to gamble to raise my stamina from a 4 to a 5.
Okay, so you got to roll a 5 or above on a d10.
Okay. I rolled a 6.
Failed.
What?
Yep,
No, I didn't.
You got it.
And that's the
Don't-
only one we can do. I can't spend points now because I did that.
Right.
You can
Okay.
spend them on skills though.
Yeah, you can spend your points on skills. You just can't increase your attributes more than once per game session.
I'm just happy my stamina is at a 5 now.
And don't forget to increase your entire mental group score by 1 as well. I mean, physical group score by 1.
Yeah, so now it's at 11 instead of 10.
And since you increase your stamina by 1 point, your fatigue is equal to your stamina. So your fatigue points go up by 1.
Yeah, that
Alright.
was the goal. I needed my fatigue points a little higher. So they were literally at 3 in the first game, and now they're at 5, plus 1 point because of my rune.
Nobody's raising any skills.
Can I raise my parkour
Yep.
skill?
It's point for point.
Okay, so
So if you want to raise your skills 10%, you got to spend 10 points.
okay, so can I raise it 5?
You can raise
Points?
it. Yep.
30?
You can.
And then I'll be at what?
40%.
Yeah, no, but my points is at 17 right now, so take away 5.
That leaves you with 12.
Yeah, I know. Let me erase that. 12. Then my skill score goes to 40.
Well, you folks definitely avoided the big combat with the multiple goblins on the top of the high rise. But you did a lot of role playing, so you each get an extra point for experience.
Oh yeah.
Yep, you get one more experience points for role playing.
Thank you.
Yeah. 5 points are going up higher and higher.
Leave that elevator. We're going back down.
I avoided that entire combat. There was
I like how we avoided
was,
a lot of
uh,
combat.
there was 5 goblins up there.
Well, that's
That's why
good.
Blasting at them.
Meanwhile, we
Oh.
almost lost one of us.
I'm
to
happy you
rain.
didn't try tackling one of them up there and get slashed by 5.
I know. I only got slashed by 1.
Well, he had a lucky roll. It was a critical. That's why she got max damage.
Oh dang.
All right,
Jokey.
I'll go ahead and stop the stream, huh?
All
Okay, so
right. Bye.
it's
Bye-bye.
you leaving? Oh, you're saying bye to them.
Yeah.
They are gone.
Okay.
Stop recording.